Michael King Jr. In the 21st century, I have worked for people who would routinely say, Monday is a Martin Lucifer Coon holiday. Have a good one. Michael King Jr. was born 4 months before my daddy. Michael King's father changed both his and his son's first and middle names to Martin Luther in 1934. In 1983, U.S. President Ronald Reagan signed into law the bill that made King's birthday the second federal holiday honoring a great U.S. leader, the first being George Washington. King and Washington are the only two Americans whose birthdays receive this honor. Abraham Lincoln's birthday was never a federal holiday. The first federal holiday commemorating Martin Luther King's birthday was held in 1986. There were protests concerning commemorating this courageous martyr's birthday. A common, both meanings, thing to hear after the King holiday was created was, hey, why don't we shoot 4 more and then we can get the whole week off? A wonderfully illustrated example of both the humanity and logic of the white supremacist crowd who refused to recognize the importance of equality, the greatness of Dr. King, and the simple and obvious fact that King's commemorative holiday falls on the Monday closest to his birthday, not the day he was murdered by a coward. There are many among us who refuse to understand or even acknowledge the systemic racism that plagues America, the voter suppression, the school funding, the extraordinarily higher use of deadly force by the police against black people in the USA as compared to white people. The racism deniers do enjoy using examples of exceptionalism to shout their alt-fact, fake news, equality in America, reality. When one uses examples of African Americans who have succeeded to break free from poverty and whose wealth insulates them from racism as proof of the USA's era of equality, I cannot help but wonder if these same folks would point to Elie Wiesel, another contemporary of Dr. King. Elie Wiesel survived the Nazi death camps of both Auschwitz and Buchenwald, and I can hear the alt-fact crowd applying their self-serving logic of equality by uttering the inane and insane declaration, look, Elie Wiesel survived both Auschwitz and Buchenwald. If he could survive, anyone could. Just takes the right attitude and hard work. Insane? Of course, but this is the logic of those who deny the power of racism in the USA. A power both blatantly displayed like Chauvin's knee on the neck of George Floyd, as well as sinisterly continued by the privileged majority that benefit from racism's insidious hold on a country yearning for greatness. The frequency of those who declare racism dead in America have an amazingly long history of dancing arm in arm with anti-Semites, a telling commentary on making America great again. Nearly all of us harbor remnants of our racist past, and most racists fail to see the racism within, a failing that makes battling our inner demons in order to rise above our openly hate-filled past, to move forward from our more nuanced, disdain-filled present into a world of equality, little more than a lovely dream that remains far in the distance. Rarely do we find men who willingly engage in hard, solid thinking. There's an almost universal quest for easy answers and half-baked solutions. Nothing pains some people more than having to think. Martin Luther King.